Okay, welcome back everybody. Aesop Grim here. This is the continuation of our Stellaris Chronicle. And I need to get my timer set up. There we go. No, that's not correct. Sorry, hold on. Okay, now we can go. I have a new timer that is silent, so I'm getting used to it still. Okay, so where are our science ships? Is everybody up here? 1, 2. Let me find them this way. Okay, you are surveying as you should be. You also are surveying as you should be. You are on your way to go research. And you are researching right now. Okay, so we'll hit unpause. And we are playing on fast speed.
Special project complete.
Origin point found. We're in luck. Methods that are normally useless in tracing usual subspace activity have proven to be useful on this particular occasion due to the enormous amount of energy that was used. We have pinpointed the origin point of this energy transfer to a remote system. Okay, I think this is for the one where they had launched a high-intensity laser beam into a doggone star, and the attempts to make it go supernova, and my guess is to eradicate all life in that system, and it didn't work. It did cause a process that will eventually result in a supernova, but not for millions of years. It just wasn't strong enough. So this science ship then, which is a high level, she's level 5. So I'm going to send her. Where's the other one going? Okay. We're going to send her down this way to research here, and then research here, and then research here. That should keep her busy. Who's that? Dr. Ravelli. Okay. The Dabulan Empire. That's these guys over here, I believe. Yeah.
Science Division reports a new breakthrough.
Okay, we got robots. These robotic work units are perfect for menial labor tasks. They are hardworking and capable of following simple vocal instructions, but should not be expected to climb stairs. Robots are relatively simple machines capable of accepting verbal commands, but possessing no true intelligence of their own. Nice. That's a big step for our empire. It's huge. It'll go in the history books. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to take the destroyer. And I should probably read that. One of these days I won't read these because I will have been through all of them, but right now I'm still learning. While larger than corvettes, destroyer hull configurations still make for comparatively nimble gunboats. Okay. Well, that sounds like a destroyer. In the meantime, we can now build robot assembly plants. You are building an ag district, okay, and then you will build a robot assembly plant. Sweet. All right, let me see if I can do something. What you guys are hearing, the scratch in the background, if that's coming through, it's my mic cord brushing up against my hoodie.
Complete.
And hopefully where I just positioned it will pretty much eliminate that. Okay, let's Let's get these mining stations and then get Logum. Oh, that's my bad. Where's my other construction ship? Oh, do I have one? Yeah, I have one. Right here. Okay, so I think you actually are going to move up here because I need to get to this system to create a cut point. Oh, whoops. I'm doing everything wrong here. Let's see. Build mining stations, then shift, right click, and build starbase. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so they're now at overwhelming and superior. That's disconcerting. We will follow it to the distant worlds. Comet lost. Antonio Gomez's comet has been making rounds through the Deneb system for thousands of years and was repeatedly seen in the sky of Unity throughout human history. Maybe throughout our history, right? However, our astronomers inform us that it has finished its incredibly complex path and left the confines of the system forever. It is now beyond the tracking range of our sensors and is not projected to return to charted space for many millennia. We will follow it to the distant worlds. We gained 40 Unity out of that, alright. Natural wormhole in the Maya system. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, this could potentially allow ships to travel from one end of the galaxy to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, this wormhole, like the vast majority of its kind, is inherently unstable. Any vessels foolish enough to pass through it would be ripped apart in seconds, if it could somehow be stabilized. Where did they find it at? Here. In the Maya system. Can we take a look at that? There it is. Shows up as a black hole.
Report success.
Pause. Typically formed as a result of the collapse of a very massive star at the end of its life cycle, black holes have extremely strong gravity fields that prevent anything, including light, from escaping once the event horizon has been crossed. The gravitational waves emitted by black holes interfere with FTL drives, making it harder for ships to escape from combat. And we have learned soil remediation. And we'll now take let's take the selective defoliants. Thorough cataloging, gene sequencing, and computer modeling of exobotanical ecosystems coupled with gene editing and dispersal mechanisms will allow us to reshape alien plant communities to our liking. Interesting. So we can get rid of some plants that are not so good for us while maybe enhancing the ones that are.
Construction complete.
Okay. You will go ahead and come, I want to say north, but basically up here and grab this system. Another ship is oh yeah, that's right. Okay, grab this starbase. I want to lock this side up first and then we'll hit this side. And what level are you? Level 1. Automatic exploration, moving. How about not moving? Go ahead and survey this system and then survey this system. This is Dr. Aguera.
Anomaly found.
Inside the fire. Hard. Leave B for now. Fleet manager. We would need 963 alloys to plus this up and maybe catch up with our competitors. Gas giant ship. Active scans of Nodro 4 have picked up what appears to be a large ship deep inside the atmosphere of the gas giant. Judging by the nearby debris, there have been several failed attempts to salvage this derelict in the past. Any ship strong enough to withstand such crushing gravity must be a magnificent prize, and Dr. Yamashita has proposed a salvage project of our own. Yeah, we'll bring it up, whatever it is. And that should give her a project there to research. There we go.
Recon pass completed.
Okay, Bellatrix is done for its survey. Also,
Recon
we have
pass completed.
excess minerals that we can sell, and it looks like Maya is completed. And at level 1, we need you to continue surveying. So, bam, 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 bam. So we're thinking to cut right here because you can see these star lanes continuing. That's 3 different places that they go off to, and we don't know. That's potentially 3 entry zones into here. I'd rather just keep the one bottleneck right there.
Complete.
Okay, you can build mining stations and then grab Sterope. Talented naval officer uncovered. Jesus Diaz, the naval officer in charge of Deneb Starbase, has impressed visiting human Navy officers with his leadership abilities, so much so that they have suggested that he be made an admiral of the fleet. Okay.
Special project complete.
Oh, that's my bad. We already have an admiral. He's 71 years old. At 41, this one seems to be maybe better. 5'10", yeah. Alright, Jesus now has command. Our other admiral can retire back to strategic operations on Deneb. He can be in charge of that. We don't need him out there in the field anymore. Special project completed. In a masterful display of engineering, the team under Science Officer Aomame Yamashita has managed to gently raise the derelict ship, Nodro 4, to the gas giant's upper atmosphere. Despite its age, the ancient cruiser is in remarkably good condition, and we have restored power to its systems. No trace of the original crew remains, but we have brought over our own and commissioned the ship into the fleet. Excellent. And we will bring you up to the Deneb system. Where is Deneb? Right here. We will also assign you to Deneb. And I guess we will crew you with Admiral Robelant. Okay, now that we have the cruiser on deck, we are looking at about a 1K total, I think, naval strength, which brings us back up to equivalency with the Dabulan Empire and the Isravanar. These Ravenar are also equivalent. Okay, that was a good get for us. You can, I believe, move to here and then take care of this.
Anomaly found.
Okay, we are challenging, so leave that be for now.
Special project complete.
Lost and found. By the time of her arrival, the CNS Asperity and her crew were unable to detect any traces of the temporal anomalies our missing science ship had been studying. However, the search operation discovered multiple small makeshift habitats on Sojima 3. What was even more bizarre than the fact that these hadn't been noticed during our earlier survey were its inhabitants. They are humans. After establishing contact, our search team learned that the inhabitants were the descendants of a crew of scientists on an exploratory mission who stranded on this planet multiple generations ago. It is quite apparent that their ship was our lost science ship. Despite the harsh and inhospitable conditions on Sojima 3, the survivors had managed to endure by cannibalizing the wreckage to create the first of their habitats. Over time, their community even grew in numbers. Nonetheless, their living conditions there are far from decent, and our search team's offer to transport them to Unity was met with open arms. Welcome home. 2 pups being transported to Unity. That's a big plus for our people. We'll make sure everybody knows about that. That's exciting. That's a good story. It's exciting news.
Anomaly found.
It will provide. It'll provide uplifting feelings for the entire nation. Empire, I don't know what to call it, civilization. Unity, we need housing district. Yep. And that'll take care of that unemployed also.
System reconnaissance completed.
Missile silo. At the bottom of the mine, our science team found an enormous rocket outfitted with the biggest thermonuclear warhead ever recorded. Mira Fedorova, however, suggests that this is not in fact a weapon, but a novelty project of some kind, since its mass, material composition, and structure mean it is impossible for it to fly, let alone achieve escape velocity without falling apart. Some of the design choices are still very interesting, however. We should study the rocket. Okay. You're level what? This is a Guerra? Level 1. Okay, so don't bother with any of these projects. I need you to move on to Scout here. We're waiting for about 1,000 alloys. Both of the defense stations are up to spec. We do need a third one here in Wriggle, but it's not necessary right away because they have not made any overtures into even developing this area yet, so I think we're doing okay. Automated Shipyard. While conducting their survey of Salvage Men 2, the CNS Torch detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to a heavy missile barrage, but one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Dr. Yamashita is confident that power can be restored to the shipyard, but it would be a significant project. Okay. So what that means that one of these construction ships, this one, whenever it's done, we'll need to come down here and research that. Oh no.
Construction complete.
The narrow-minded ignorance of the Commonwealth of Man has blinded you. Do you not realize this? Okay. Things are getting dicey. You will build these mining vessels and then move to here and get that spot as well. Alright, we're 30% done with building the starbase here. And then we need to build the mining stations. And then we can move down there and check out that automated shipyard. Beneath the surface. Though the surface of Beyond Dazat 1 is blasted by cosmic radiation and completely devoid of life, what lies beneath tells a different story. It seems the planet was at some point home to a moderately advanced pre-spaceflight civilization, and our explorers found multiple underground structures presumably used for storage, transportation, and shelter. The most significant of these is a surviving piece of underground rapid transit system connected to a vast bunker, presumably a fallout shelter. Inside, they discovered large amounts of hastily set up primitive stasis pods, still operational and containing aliens in suspended animation. Holy smokes. The complex is too damaged to reactivate it on site, but we could extract pods and bring them off-world for more convenient examination and possible reactivation. What? No. Leave the pods in place. We don't have time for this. We are xenophobe. We don't want to reactivate them.
System reconnaissance completed.
And we're a particular type of xenophobe, too. We don't even want to put them to work. We want them removed from the table of existence. We have robots.
Complete.
We don't need biopops to do the hard labor. Or any labor. Build mining stations.
Science Division report success.
Okay, what have we learned? We learned the fusion reactor. And we will move on to the UV laser. Yeah, that might be nice to know. Ultraviolet lasers are an updated and more powerful version of their blue predecessors, accurate and destructive. These weapons are capable of inflicting great damage. Okay. We're at about 500 alloys. Hopefully marching towards 1K. Also, what did we gain? Meticulous. Okay. It has occurred to me that automated shipyard, it's going to kick out 2 frigate class vessels. So we'll -1 and -1 here. These 2 corvettes, because those frigates are going to hit harder. And that means that we need 792 alloys to complete this. And then the 2 frigates will bring us up to 20 of 20, which is our naval cap. Energy signature. The CNS Asperity has picked up a strange energy signature coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of Gillis 4. It appears to originate from a structure of some kind, possibly the remains of an orbital station, but the atmospheric pressure makes it impossible to approach. Nevertheless, scans of the unique signature have yielded a large amount of valuable physics data. So we gain 133 physics research, and we can now, I think, start excavating this site.
Anomaly found.
Research it. Who is it? The East Ravenar. A massive crater on Canopus 2A appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship exiting a hyperlane at max velocity rammed the moon for reasons unknown, roughly 10,000 years ago. The CNS Arbiter has picked up residual subspace echoes near the crash site reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticulate field. But as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified. Residual subspace echoes near the crash site reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticulate field. I'm sure I'm supposed to be able to infer something here, but I personally, I can't. I don't know what that means. A collapsed hyperparticulate field. Is that like a laser fire? The remnants of the field that would surround a laser, maybe? Because this is particle, and hyper means that it's high velocity. I don't know. We're going to get 133 physics out of it. That's what I know.
Anomaly found.
Okay, research that. And the Ute Cruiser. The remains of a Ute Cruiser have been found in orbit around Blah. It seems to have fallen victim to weapons fire, but given the extreme age of the Hulk, it is difficult to be certain. There is no indication that the ship was ever equipped with an FTL drive. It must have traveled between the stars at sublight speeds. Wow. How are we looking over here? Almost done. %.
Construction complete.
And there it is. Okay, so you can come down and first grab these mining stations and then research this project. $792 on alloys is what we're looking for. Lost prototype ship discovered. Dr. Aguera is ecstatic. After more thorough scans, the anomaly turns out to be a spaceship. Intriguingly, it is one of ours. Our crew recognizes it as one of our prototype FTL-capable ships, thought to be lost on a test flight years ago. Its orbit is unstable, and the ship is slowly descending into the atmosphere. It seems to be undamaged, but energy readings are minimal. We received no response to our hailing. In order to be able to further investigate what has happened to the ship and its crew, its orbit has to be stabilized first. Dr. Aguirre has already come up with a plan. Save this piece of our history. Stabilize prototype orbit. Okay, so track on map. It should be over here. Yeah, you're kind of a low level. I don't know if that's going to go well for us. Give it a shot. Okay, well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in for our episode. We are in the year, we're right at the beginning of 2236, so we'll create a save point. And again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel, and I will see you in the next episode where this story continues. Thanks for visiting Aesop Grimm's Chronicles. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. I hope to see you in the next episode, and until then, stay shiny.